Hey everyone, this is Giovanni with GNM Knives, and today I wanted to bring back the Stroup Knives Mini back to the channel and, just give you my honest opinions and a little review of the knife. I've had it for a while. I originally bought it as a small EDC fixed blade, and it has fit the bill like perfectly on it. It really has. It's a very unique looking knife. It's light, it's tiny, it fits in my hands. And in that other video I did some specs and everything like that. But now that I've had the chance to actually use it for a while, play around with it, it is a really fun knife. It really is. And half tempted to go back to eknives.com and buy more Stroup knives because it's been a very fun blade. So, and rating this knife from like 1 to 10, I give it an 8, a solid 8 in my opinion. It's just been, a small EDC fixed blade that's very useful. Most of the time I have it in the sheath and I just put it in my pocket. The only downside to this blade is that it is 1095, and 1095 on a scale from like 1 to 10 for rust resistance it's like at a 2. This knife used to be a lot darker, but the problem is I must have got water in the sheath or something happened to where I left it in the sheath too long with water, or I got water on the knife. I'm not really sure, but I got rust all along this edge here and a little bit on the other side, and so you could kind of still see the water stain there. Let's see if you can see that on camera. It's kind of bright outside, but yeah, you can still kind of see it right there. And so I couldn't get it off. I tried like every hack I knew to get rust off of 1095, because I have a lot of Tops knives, and Tops knives, they make all their like blades in like 1095. So I've had the Tom Brown tracker. I've had a bunch of Tops knives that like rusted, and so I knew a few tricks, but the only thing I could think of using was Barkeeper's Friend. So I put it on the edge and it took off that really nice dark acid wash finish that it had. However, that being said, in my original video, I was like, you can use and abuse this knife, and it's true. I have used and abused this knife to where there was barely an edge on it, and it still looks really nice. I mean, you could scratch the blade, like I've scratched the blade here and there. There's been some wear and tear just from the sheath, but other than that, it doesn't even matter. Like if you were to take a nail and just scratch it, the knife will still look good because it has that whole rustic, worn look. Even some of the finish on the screws has come off a bit, but I honestly don't care about that at all. Really, it just makes the knife look more cool. So the 1095 steel was just annoying. It's just annoying in that aspect of, you have to take care of the blade. Like, you have to keep it oiled and stuff and not get it around water. And that was my fault, but it's bound to happen eventually with 1095 steel, especially it being an EDC fixed blade. I was carrying it every day, so it was just a matter of time, but I'm okay with that. So and then I've reconfigured the sheath to how I want it. Anytime I carry a fixed blade, I carry it in my right pocket, and I just drop the whole knife in my pocket. I don't really care about hooking it to the side of my belt. I mean, I have done it before, but just not my thing. But the sheath retention has gone down a lot. Like, it's gone down a lot. So, and there's easy ways to fix that. So I'm gonna fix that and just get it a little tighter. But other than that, with the sheath retention, it's Kydex. Kydex does that. Any fixed blade knife that came with Kydex has always, gotten loose over time. So it's not even a big deal. worst case scenario, I can always contact Stroup and get a new sheath or send the knife into them. So, because I know that every sheath is like molded to the knife in a certain way. So, but other than that, it's just been a very fun fixed blade knife to use. I love the sculpted purple G10 handles. It's just been very fun to use all around, and I like dropping it in my pocket because this little angle, the way they did the angle here, like it just sits like that in my pocket. So when I it sits like that, and so I can just pull it out and go to use the blade, which I think is really cool, you know. So and 1095 steel is pretty easy to sharpen. Granted that you have it set at the right angle. I used and abused this thing, and the best angle I found was 30 degrees on, you know, so I sharpened it at 30 degrees, and it works. It cuts like a charm. So but yeah, it's just been a very fun knife. I just wanted to share my thoughts. If I had to do it all over again, I'd still rebuy this knife, and I still need to buy more Stroup knives. So just wanted to give you my honest opinions. If you're thinking about getting the Stroup Knives Mini, it's definitely worth it, and it is pretty fun. Like I've just, like, you know, flipped it around in my hand. It's a fun little tiny blade, you know, to give you a size comparison right there. I think it's overall it's a little over 6 inches, and the blade length I believe is 3 or just under 3. So for the cutting edge on that, but just overall just an awesome knife. So just wanted to share my thoughts on it with you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments section about this knife, if you would get one. I mean, they come in a lot of different colors. So, and I will see you guys next time for some more knife reviews in the future.